Please be seated. Before we begin our commencement ceremony, the senior class members request all cell phones be silenced and for all guests to remain seated until all class members' names have been called to receive their diplomas. The class of 2019 thanks you in advance for honoring this request. Although it is roughly 200 degrees right now, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome all of the guests in attendance today for the class of 2019's graduation ceremony. To our families, we would not be here without you. Thank you for the time and love you have devoted to us as we grew into the young adults that we are today. We know you are looking at us with the utmost admiration. I hope as we take our separate paths in life, we continue to make you proud and remember you are the ones that gave us the ability to be here today. To our teachers, thank you for sharing your time, knowledge, and life experience to prepare us for the years to come. Your dedication to us did not go unnoticed. We are very blessed to receive our education through you. To my fellow graduates, we are finally here. Today is closing a door on this chapter in our lives that was 13 long and hard years in the making, but is opening so many new doors in the process. There isn't another 455 people that I would rather share this stage with today. I hope each of you can look back at those years spent in the halls and smile from the memories you've made. No matter the time spent at Coffee High, we spent it well. Our class has earned a total of 11,852 community service hours. We've been a part of athletic history with school and state records being set. We've had classmates hold offices at the state and national level in their clubs. Among us are honor graduates, Zell Miller scholars, AP scholars, as well as students graduating high school with a college degree in hand. Our class has a very diverse group of seniors with many talents. Our names will forever be ingrained in Coffee High's history. It's fair to say that the class of 2019 will not be easily forgotten. I would like to leave you all with a prayer. Please bow your heads. Father, I have knowledge, so you will show me now how to use it wisely and find a way somehow to make the world I live in a better place and make life with its problems a little bit easier to face. Grant me faith and courage and put purpose in my days and show me how to serve thee in effective ways so my education, my knowledge, and my skill may find their true fulfillment as I learn to do thy will. And may I ever be aware in everything I do that knowledge comes from learning and wisdom comes from you. Amen.
At this time, please stand for the presentations of the colors and remain standing for our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated.
Hello. Hola. Bonjour. Velad Mogulis. Gemcho. Good morning, friends, families, faculty, and fellow classmates of the class of 2019. I am your class salutatorian, Netra Gandhi. To begin, I would like to explain the word salutatorian, which comes from the same root as the word salutation or welcome. So as this year's salutatorian, I would like to take you on a journey to reintroduce the past 3 years of our high school experience. But I have to warn you, it won't exactly be pretty. Why do I want to trigger your deepest and darkest memories, you ask? Well, those bad moments have helped us make us who we are today. F. Scott Fitzgerald, otherwise known as Miss Williams' other half, once said, "You mustn't confuse a single failure with a final defeat." So for now, imagine it's Tuesday, August 2nd, 2016, our first day at Coffee High School. Good morning again, friends and fellow classmates of the class of 2019. Sophomore year is filled with many firsts. The first time we failed tests and quizzes at the high school, the first time we failed to get to class on time, and the first time we failed to follow the dress code and hide our oh-so-sexy knees. I could continue, but to save time, I'll sum it up. We are failures. But the good news is that high school doesn't end here. Once again, good morning, friends and fellow classmates of the class of 2019, and welcome to the first day of our junior year. It is now August 14, 2017. To say we crash and burn in junior year is a bit of an understatement. At first, we feel like this year won't be that bad now that we know where to park and that scary old bald man, sorry, Mr. Ragsdale, doesn't actually hate our guts. But as time goes on, we start to realize that, yes, junior year kind of is that bad. The milestones, SATs, AP exams, and everything else we had to do to get ready for life after high school are kind of like a black hole. Nevertheless, this black hole encourages us to continue to persevere against our own insecurities and become more confident. Finally, it is August 10th, 2018. Good morning, friends and fellow classmates of the class of 2019, and welcome to our last first day at CHS. As new seniors, we might be thinking we can escape the grasps of senioritis, but we are very, very wrong. In fact, some of us have been embracing it since sophomore year. I won't name names, but I could. In fact, similar to how sophomore year is a time of new beginnings, senior year is filled with many final moments. I would say my goodbyes here, but since I am the salutatorian, goodbyes are not in my job description. Only greetings are. Now, imagine that today is May 25th, 2024, 5 years since graduation. Hello, hola, bonjour, Velad Mogulis, Gemcho. Good morning, friends, families, faculty, and fellow graduates of the class of 2019. For some of us, it's been years since we've returned to Coffee High School. We've lost our first jobs, wrecked our first cars, ruined our first marriages. But graduates, we have moved past our many, many failures and have begun to achieve real success. It may have taken 13 years, 22 Marvel movies, and who even knows how many "it's great to be a Trojan" sayings, but we somehow made it. So here's to failing and all the success it brings. Thank you.
When I think back on the past 7 years we've shared together throughout middle school and high school, there are 3 pivotal moments that define our time together. Number 1, the ABC picnic in the 8th grade when Megan Hill thought it was a great idea to hop in the goat pen and get CMS banned from the state park forever. And I guess we were just living up to that bad reputation we had gained because we spent much of our middle school years on MIT and walking that dreaded red line. We were off to a rough start. Number 2, the time we said goodbye to CMS and hello to the fresh air of the freshman campus. Turns out we weren't so bad when we had the campus all to ourselves. Our time at the G-Dub united our class and ignited a spark for success. High school had finally begun. Number 3, the final chapter in our time as a student in the Coffee County school system, Coffee High. The transition from the G-Dub to Coffee High was one of personal growth and development to prepare us for new friendships and the many accomplishments that would equip our class to take on whatever this world can throw at us. From the first national FCCLA officer in the history of Coffee High School, to a record-breaking women's soccer season, to the first state FFA officer in a decade, to national wins, state wins, and many, many more, I'd say we were pretty successful. However, these successes did not come without difficulty. Some of the bonds formed throughout our years at Coffee High have been tragically broken. And through these tragedies, our class has seen that every moment is precious, for this life is oh so short. We learn to embrace every moment and treasure those around us. Through the successes and through the losses, we have been united. I read in Ephesians 3 where it tells us that there is a season for everything under the heavens. And sadly, this season of life has come to an end, while a new one is just beginning. When we look back on our time at Coffee High, I hope you remember the moments that have defined who we were, who we are, and the kind of people we want to be. God bless you, God bless the FFA, and God bless the class of 2019.
I would like to start by saying thank you to the administrators, faculty members, coaches, parents, and family members who are gathered here today to recognize the class of 2019. As the last class of the decade, we like to say that we saved the best for last. With state and national officers, state finalists and runner-ups in multiple sports, 2 students going to an Ivy League school, along with making history and many other athletic and extracurricular areas, there's no doubt that we are a special group. Today, I want to leave our unique class with a few words from Abraham Lincoln. He inspired the nation when he stated, "In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years." I hope these words will inspire you as well. We are not guaranteed anything in this world, not the perfect job, nor the perfect salary. But from this point on, we do have a fresh start to create a life that's amazing for each and every one of us. One of my favorite verses, Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." We've experienced so much life in our 4 years at Coffee High, and now we are able to chase our new dreams, experience new things, travel, and make a difference in the world. There are limitless possibilities for the class of 2019, so let us go out and use our potential in all of the best ways possible. My favorite author, R.M. Drake, wrote, "Live, and do so courageously. Face the world bravely, and carry the love you have within your heart with no fear. And don't forget to dance. Don't forget to smile and to laugh, because it is the little things in life that make it so worthwhile." To the class of 2019, let's live a little. Thank you.
Welcome, class of 2019. I'm going to try to make this short because it's hot, I'm hungry, and my belt is so tight it could pass as a tourniquet. So we need to get through before I start seeing black. This is the 3rd speech I've written, and like a true valedictorian, I turned it in late. See, I wrote 2 other speeches that I hated because I failed to see the real purpose of the graduation ceremony. I started out trying to provide insightful advice, but quickly realized I had none to give. I spent the last 4 years of my life in books, so how good could it be anyway? Next, I tried to fill it with jokes so corny they would make me boo myself off stage. But finally, after a lot of thought, I realize that this isn't about me or anything that I've learned. It's about saying goodbye to ourselves as the class of 2019 and looking forward to our new lives as individuals. So let's look back at some of the high points. First, we have made a mark on this school system. If you want proof, just look at the number of teachers who have retired after having us. Ms. Kite, Ms. Spivey, Ms. Brigman, Mr. Patine, and I would like to add that I even made my mom retire this year. And, those are just the ones that went through with it. I'm sure some would say they left because we were too disrespectful, too talkative, and sometimes put thumbtacks in their chairs. But I like to think that they just couldn't imagine ever having a better class, so they had to retire to avoid the inevitable disappointment. We also single-handedly ended the dress code and the tuck shirt rule at the middle school, and inspired a totally new policy on internet use. As much as they may try, Coffee County schools will never forget us. Number 2, we are so darn ambitious. You can say what you want about the class of 2019, but we are nothing if not determined. We are the first class in Coffee High history to have a national club officer among our ranks. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Avery. And on the first row, right about there, Ryan Guardado is sitting with a full ride to Brown University. Must be nice. I could go on and on about our accomplishments, but my speech wouldn't be complete without mentioning our crowning achievement in middle school. We weren't content with just being another bad class. No. We went for the gold and got the entire school banned from the state park, and got to ride a goat in the meantime. Number 3, we are a united class. I can honestly say that throughout all the drama of high school, our class has emerged with stronger bonds than ever. That is truly an accomplishment, because as we've seen with the recent James Charles drama, it's easy to jump on the hate bandwagon, but we've been able to keep off, for the most part. And the best part is that our happiness shows itself through this unity. Just take Sandsley, for example. Even when we were going through the crucible that was calculus class, I can always look over and see a smile on her face. It was a smile that accepted our inevitable failure, but a smile nonetheless. But all jokes aside, our class is filled with amazing people that I will miss. Going forward, we will no longer be known as the class of 2019. We will be at different colleges, in different places, and working on different things. But I don't need to tell you to work hard or chase your dreams. You will do that no matter what I say. My job is to simply say goodbye, to put a bookend on the experiences that have shaped us since that first day of school almost 13 years ago. It's a bittersweet farewell, but all the most important farewells are. Thank you.
on behalf of the staff faculty of the class of 2019, welcome to the commencement ceremony. I am Roland Cummings, the principal of Coffee High School. At this time, I would recognize our school board members, Ms. Reagan Miller, Ms. Tanya Wilkerson, Mr. Adam Lott, Mr. Brian Preston, Mr. Jesse Jowers, and our superintendent, Dr. Morris Lees. Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Kim Miller, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. James Banks, Jr., Director of Assessment, Dr. Joy Perrin, our elementary school principals, Dr. Mary Vickers, Broxton, Ms. Allison Spade, Eastside, Dr. Christina Tucker, Indian Creek, Ms. Tamara Morgan, Nichols, Ms. Lori Bratcher, Satilla, Mr. Lee Mobley, West Side, Ms. Wendy Jowers, West Green, Ms. Ann Peterson, Coffee Middle School Principal, Ms. Sherry Berry, George Washington Coffee Freshman Campus, Mr. Abe Morris, and Ms. Assistant Principal, Ms. Tammy Bennett, Principal of the Alternative Program, Ms. Tanya LaShore, Career Academy Principal, Ms. Pam Smith, Coffee High School Administration, Ms. Angelique Austin, Ms. Rhonda Dorsey, Ms. Anastasia Carter, Mr. Randy Garrett, Mr. Brad Reiner, and Mr. Van Allen. Thank you.
Good morning, graduates, parents, grandparents, family, friends, and honored guests. As I look out at you this morning, I can't help but feel a bit emotional. I have been blessed to share this journey with so many of you. When I sat where you were sitting nearly 30 years ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I never dreamed 3 decades later I would be addressing my daughter's graduating class. As the age-old saying goes, life is a journey, not a destination. Slow down and enjoy your journey. Take it all in, because it really does go by so fast. Change is inevitable, but growth is the result. What you think you may want to do now could change. It could change as you learn and grow over the years to come. Embrace it. Never tire of learning. With age comes knowledge, and this comes from a 17-year-old girl 29 years ago who sat and thought, thank God I made it, never considering I would go on to love education, earn 3 different college degrees, and obtain a job that I love. If I found my way, I know you will find yours. A few years ago, Joyce DiDonato addressed the graduating class at Juilliard and shared, one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself right here, right now, in this single, solitary, monumental moment, your moment in your life is to decide without apology to commit to the journey and not to the outcome. Congratulations, class of 2019. I know you will accomplish great things.
Class of 2019, first, we must honor those who have made this day possible. Would our entire audience please stand? On both sides, please. Entire audience, please stand. Graduates, at this time, make contact with those people who made this day possible. Take a good look at these people. You can stand up, our graduates, and take a good look at these people. These individuals have prayed for you, they cared for you, they've loved you, they've done everything in their power possible to get you to this day. You can have a seat, graduates, but it's one thing I want you to understand. Understand me very, very closely. Your room is getting ready to be turned into a study. And you'll be out of the house soon, hopefully. But you will never be off the hearts of these folks. Now let them know how much you appreciate them. Give them a nice round of applause. Now I've always said education is a K-12 process. Starting in kindergarten, even before then, with your parents being your first teachers. Well, now all the employees of the Coffee County school system, please stand. All the employees, no matter what position you hold, please stand. Now these folks are great professionals, the best I've ever worked with, and many times they do not get the recognition they deserve. Now let's everyone join me in giving them a nice round of applause. Thank you very much. Now all my veterans, past, present, and future veterans, please stand. All my veterans of any branch of the military, please stand. All law enforcement, all first responders, please stand at this time. Once again, these individuals lay their lives on the line many times, some every day. And we always wanted you to know that we appreciate everything you do to make this country great for people like me and people like those students on the field. Thank you very much. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Now let me tell you something. When I walked into the stadium, what I noticed right away, and I can tell, these individuals on my right side over here, this is not their first graduation. The individuals on the left, I understand it's hot and I can see the fans going. And believe me, I will not take a long time. Believe me, because I know I'm the only thing standing between these graduates getting across this stage and you getting on to the celebration afterwards. So I'm going to do everything in my power, and it's my intent to be brief. I'll start by sharing a little bit about this graduating class. As you've been told, there's 500 graduating seniors in this class, 67 honor graduates. 43 will enroll in a 4-year college or university. 185 will enroll in a 2-year college or technical school. And 42 will have the honor of serving their country and join a branch of the military. And 138 indicated they will join the workforce. This class has 31 recipients of the Zell Miller Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded to the students who have at least a 3.7 grade point average, have scored at least 1,200 on the SAT, or 26 on the ACT. This class had 12 advanced placement scholars, and these are students who have earned at least a 3 or higher on 3 or more AP placement exams. Overall, this class has been awarded scholarships in excess of $1.6 million. They have given back their community by accumulating over 11,852 community service hours. The football team, boys and girls basketball, were playoff participants. Boys and girls tennis team won the region and advanced into the state playoffs. Both boys and girls swimming teams and the boys golf team won region titles. The baseball and softball team advanced in the state playoffs. The wrestling and track team members had state qualifiers. They have been recognized in band, choral competitions throughout the state. Graduates in the career and technical education program have earned distinction in the region, the state, and national levels. This group of seniors have held their own in competitions and leadership positions all over the state of Georgia and in the region and in the country. And for the 7th year in a row, approximately the entire senior class of 2019 took part in the annual field trip back to the elementary schools. They attended. And what we're trying to support at that time is our vision statement, creating a strong community through an equitable and excellent education for every student. And our mission statement, destination, graduation of college, career, and life. Class of 2019, almost every day for the past 3 years, you've heard my voice saying this morning, this is Roland Cummings, your principal, with the inspirational quote for today, and today is the last time you'll hear that. And I know some of you are saying, thank God. After the moment of silence, and I am always proud to say that our students at Coffee High School respect the flag and what it stands for. But one of the things I want to leave you with, class of 2019, is that we started out with a theme administratively of planting seeds. Planting seeds. If you understand about planting seeds, if I drive around Coffee County, I can see a lot of seeds already in the ground, and a lot of farmers and other agricultural folks wait for those seeds to come up. And there's two types of seeds. Bishop Jakes talks about it's all about the seed. And graduate, I'm telling you, a seed has been planted in you. Now, those seeds are going to come up at different times in your life. And not every seed was planted in the same type of soil. And the thing about a seed has to be, first of all, planted at a correct depth. It has to be watered, it has to be cultivated, it has to be guided, and it has to be loved. And Bishop Jake goes further to say it's amazing what a seed can do and the fruit that it can bring forth when that seed is properly taken care of. So graduates, right now a seed has been planted in you. One man plants, another waters, and another gets the increase. You're going to go on to do great and marvelous things, some of them you never ever thought of in your life. And another great speaker, motivational speaker, Les Brown, talked about the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree grows in Southeast Asia and other parts of the world. And the thing that's interesting about the Chinese bamboo tree is it takes 5 years before it ever comes out of the ground. 5 years before it ever comes out of the ground. Now, during that time, the farmer has to still water that seed, still has to fertilize that seed every single day. For 5 years, nothing happened. Now, I know I got a lot of farmers in the audience. If you planted your cotton or tobacco crop, and it took 5 years for it to come out of the ground, you'd go out of business. And I can see people saying, what is John over there doing? He's got Chinese bamboo planted. 3rd year, what's old John over there doing? He's got Chinese bamboo planted. And after a while, they'll start saying, what's going on with old John over there? I think he's lost his mind because he's planted a seed in his 2 years and nothing has come out of the ground. But if you keep watering that seed, keep nurturing that seed, keep planting that seed, and when that seed comes out of the ground, here's what happens with a Chinese bamboo tree. It grows 90 feet in 5 weeks. 90 feet in 5 weeks. So the question gets asked, the obvious question, was it 5 years or 5 weeks? Was it 5 years or 5 weeks? And the answer is clear. It was 5 years. Graduates, what I'm telling you, you never know when that breakthrough is going to come in your life. Remember, each and every one of you are planted in a different type of soil. Each one of you has a different growing season. Each one of you is going to have a different harvest. But what you've got to do, you've got to continue to plant, you've got to continue to nurture, you've got to continue to water, you've got to continue to fertilize that seed that's been planted in you. Realizing there's 2 types of seed, one for success and prosperity, and the other one is for despair, depression, and failure. And the interesting thing about seeds, those seeds that I've talked about, the one you take care of, the one you nurture and water, is the one that's going to rule your life. So plant those seeds, continue to water those seeds for as long as it takes. Be like a Chinese bamboo tree farmer. And one last thing I'm going to leave you with. Dreams do not die unless you stop watering them. Dreams do not die. They may lie dormant, but once you start to water that seed and cultivate that seed and guide that seed, as Bishop Jake says, it's all about the seed. Class of 2019, I've enjoyed you. You've been a great group of young men and young women. You made lifelong friends, but look to your left and look to your right. Look in front of you, look behind you. You're probably never going to see most of them again. So what I would suggest you do is celebrate this day, celebrate this occasion, enjoy yourselves, be safe, and when you get out there and made your first or second or third million, do not forget about Coffee High School. It's been great. I've enjoyed it. I'm proud to be your principal. And at this time, Dr. Lees, board members, those of you in the audience, I do hereby certify that all of these graduates have met all the requirements set forth by the State Board of Education and the Coffee County Board of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, to you, special guests, audience, I present to you the class of 2019.
Good morning and welcome to the Coffee County School System 2019 graduation ceremony. Before we call the graduates, I would like to take a moment to point out that this ceremony is for the students. This is their time to be honored for their achievement. I welcome local law enforcement agencies and officers represented here this morning and ask all our audience members, including family and friends of the graduates, to respect these young people by not interrupting the ceremony with excessive cheering or noise making as their names are called. There will be time to celebrate and cheer once all the graduates' names have been called. Please remain seated and stay in your seat throughout the calling of the names. Every graduate and their family deserve the opportunity to hear their name called free of interruption and see their loved ones walk across the stage. Any audience members who fail to follow these guidelines are subject to be escorted out by a police officer or sheriff's deputy and are subject to being charged with disturbing a public gathering. Remain seated until the end of the program. If there is a medical emergency, then we will call for assistance. Otherwise, please stay seated throughout the entire ceremony. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Georgia, the State Board of Education, the Coffee County Board of Education, and the recommendation by the administration of the Coffee County School System, I hereby certify that you have met all the requirements necessary for a diploma and admit to you all its rights, honors, privilege, and obligations. Congratulations, class of 2019. Mr. Reiner, please call the graduates.
Andrew Dennis Steptoe. Netra Amit Kumar Gandhi. Ryan Bosset Guardado. Avery Ellen Hurst. Avra Megan Hill. Anna Claire Unger. Taylor Lynn Justice. Stuart Joseph Lambing. Walton Virgil Spivey. Emery Nolan Mormon. James Lee Land. Brandon Dennis Kite. James Noah Johnston. David Ian Jump. Logan Benjamin Schultz. Sands Lee Mobley. Catherine Elizabeth Mansell, who also graduated with an associate's degree from South Georgia State College. William Jackson Osteen. Elizabeth Gowan. Caitlin Elizabeth Page, who also graduated with an associate's degree from South Georgia State College. Danielle Faith Whitley, who also graduated with an associate's degree from South Georgia State College. Ashiana Claire Furtado. Kaylin Wilkerson. Dawson Gary Adams. Ariana Charnay Johnson. Kalisha Kiera Clemens. Jennifer Leanne Land. Kyle Richard Kowaleski. Edvin Daniel Najarro. Ainsley Morgan Jewell. Alberto Sebastian de Jesus Araguin. Holland Renee Lott. Jacob Dalton Barlow. Quavante Vicarious Shamori Graves. Irian Jaya Tatum. Cheyenne Nicole Stone. Alexis Nicole Davis. Clara Ann Farmer. John Wynn. Case Dannon Merritt. Larry Daniel Register Jr. Hunter Matthew Gibson. Emily Denise Payne. Andrew Allen Peacock. Jasmine Nicole Kirshner. Sanjay G. Patel. Jarrett Nelson Ferris. Haran Isaac Lamich Sutton. Antonio Jermaine Williams Jr. Andrew Weston Roberts. Michaela Lakin Smith. Tyler Ray Grantham. Jesus Romero. Molly Marie Waldron. Luke Jeffrey Cravey. Jackson Brady Luke. Zachary Joe Dockery. Asia Janae Denning. Charles Garrett Overstreet. Emily Lauren Adams. Braden Aniston Cheney. Jaden Chance Sweat. Layla Celeste Smith. Kathy Mirari Martin. Callie Ann Wooten. Cameron Raza Fussell. Elizabeth Bailey Cruz. Esther Acosta. Johanna Melisenda Aguilar Iraheta. Litzy Odeth Urquio Alejos. Cavassier Jamel Allen. Fidel Altamirano Jr. Adrian Esteban Alvarado. Christian Arturo Alvarado. Braden Thomas Amerson. Jacob Garrison Amy. Jamari Keyshawn Anderson. Megan Nicole Anderson. Natalie Ariano Morales. Alexia Adriana Naisha Bailey. Chris Alexis Banda. Humberto Banda Jr. Moises Ariel Barahona Andrade. Jasmine Bardomiano. Manaya Nicole Baskin. Gabrielle Caitlin Batten. Christopher Grant Bennett. Boston Rodarius Benson. Nigeria Ajane Billings. Tamara Sabah Ashanti Billups. Zaylin Tashana Francis Bivens. Kiara Shea Boland. Isaiah Keyshawn Brantley. Quintavious Keyshawn Bruton. Zachary Orlando Brinson. Angel Alexis Brockington. Quantarius Rashad Brockington. Devontes Tyrell Brown. Devonte Ontario Brown. Lakin Faith Brown. Mayana Medeja Nicole Brown. Benjamin Cole Browning. Georgia Ann Bryant. Brandon Hardy Bullock. Erica Hope Birch. Isabella Brianna Birch. Tychesius Xavion Burks. Jalen Hakeem Butler. Kaylee Alexis Bird. Zakara Desiree Campbell. Erica Yamile Carrera. Dontarius Deshaun Carswell. Jordan Blake Carswell. Denoris Gerard Carter Jr. Garrett Dalton Carver. Justin Todd Carver. Casey Brianna Carver. Alejandro Castro Ortega. Jeffrey Levon Chambers Jr. Victoria Ray Cleland, who also graduated with an associate's degree from South Georgia State College. Nicholas Keyshawn Clements. Kendasha Ajane Natisha Cobb. Matthew Clayton Collier. Jeremiah Jacory Colson. Travasky Zyquan Coney. Savannah Nicole Cawthorn. Shaylin Danae Cottingham. Ansley Sage Corson. Brady Garrett Corson. Landry Cameron Corson. Nayeli Cuelo. Charisma Ariel Curtis. Silcaria Amasia Curtis. Henry James Daniels Jr. Jaquan Deshaun Daniels. Jemiah Katera Darby. Adam Lee Davis. Asia Tyani Davis. Austin Daniel Davis. Deontay Zyquan Kavaski Davis. Katie Lane Davis. Keyshawn Marquise Davis. Madison Ann Davis. Michaela Christina Blakely Davis. Addison Wayne Day. John Wayland Dean. Matthew Rashad Dean. Julian Sostenes de Jesus. Tazion Lamar Dennis. Natasha Paris Dixon. Jamisha Roche Doe. Samuel Taiwobi Malik Dukes. Randy Soto Dunston. Eloy Duran Jr. Montserrat Duran. Christian Cooper Eason. Askia Kashay Zion Eddington. Kiana Amani English. Ruben Escobar. Antonio Espinosa Vasquez. Shelby Marie Evans. Philip Wyatt Faribault. Rachel Danielle Farley. Alexandra Nicole Feria. Keyshawn Detravian Fields. Priscilla Andrea Figueroa. Quentin Renardo Flowers Jr. LaFranzi Rodriguez Floyd. Landon Scott Freeman, also being recognized for 13 years perfect attendance. Keyshawn Anthony Fulmore. Kendriana Canala Latrice Fussell. Emilindo Jesus Gabriel Garcia. Jared Allen Goff. Samuel Galvan. Trinity LaDonna Gamble. Andres Garcia. Raul Perez Garcia Jr. Diamond Akia Gaskins. JC Joe George. Jakevius Lee Gifford. Randall Chase Gilliard. James Lafayette Gillis III. Brianna Lynn Gibbon. Marquillas Leandra Glover. Vanessa Gomez. Jeremy Daniel Gouldsby. Adriana Mackenzie Graham. Alexandria Jamil Green. Zadrian Omari Green. Aaron Cole Griffin. Ethan Seth Griffin. William Earl Griffin. Ashley Renee Griffiths. Zoe Harper Grimes. Jasmine Guerrero. Daniela Thalia Guzman. Renan Ryan Harper. William Marshall Harper. Alandra Michaela Harvey. Yefret David Pereira Baca. Leslie Hidalgo. Javion Lamar Hodge. Deshaun Reed Hodges. Keyshawn Devontae Hodges. Carly Shea Holbrook. Destiny Brooke Hollinger. Yasmin Janae Horton. Betty Ann Howell. William Alfred Huerta. Destiny Najee Huff. Marquise Devin Hunt Jr. That is Marcus. Cheyenne McCrae Jackson. Lexotica Zambria Jackson. Milton Daquan Andrew Jackson. Naomi Janae Jefferson. Ashley Marie Johns. Addie Ryan Johnson. Ozzy Akeem Johnson. Madison Alyssa Kensley Johnson. Brooklyn Jasavia Jones. Derek Anthony Jones Jr. Cameron Jacob Jordan. Gracie Lee Jowers. Gracie Deanna King. Xavion Antez Malik Kinsey. Dylan Tyler Kirshner. Patrick Logan Kirkland. Caitlin Leanne Klein, who also graduated with an associate's degree from South Georgia State College. Timothy Earl Landers Jr. Usarian Sanquan Landers. Janie Elizabeth Lanny. Logan Alexander Laster. Haley Nicole Lee. John David Lee Jr. Zion Tyree Leverett Beam. Jamila Marion Lewis. Austin Van Little. Notorious Lockhart. Lacey Nicole Long. Michelle Lopez. Juan Alberto Lopez Chavez. Pedro Alejandro Lopez Hernandez. Emma Elizabeth Lott. Harrison Richard Lott. Luciano Gabriel Luna Rodriguez. Deja Tremise Mack. Caleb Jeffrey Mansell. Alexis Paige Manning. Kristen Lindsay Manus. Tiara Lawanda Martin. Jorge Antonio Martinez Gonzalez. Charity Leanne McCoy. Nicholas Tyler McDaniel. Johnny Mackenzie McFadden. Rodriana Lee McIver. Austin Matthew McKeon. Amajai Nakian McKeever. Michael Dalton McKinnon. Julie Corian McNabb. Angela Mireya Medina. Cindy Nayeli Mejia Iraheta. Madison Jade Mercer. Elizabeth Grace Merritt. Ethan Witt Merritt. Tyler Gage Merritt. Chase Alexander Metz. Sarah Alexis Miller. Luis Tavares Mintz Jr. Shaquem Devante Mazel. Malik Tajuan Mobley. Elias Levi Moore. Haley Cheyenne Moore. Jaden Moore. Jace Tyler Moore. Kevon Tariq Moore. Zaria Alisa Moore. Leilani Yestel Morales. Ainsley Dene Morris. Taden Kareem Mumford. Decarius Marquez Bernard Munford. Kelly Marie Newman. Kiara Arnisha Newsom. Michaela Faith Norman. Tyleek Rashad Norman. Yasmin Ochoa. Ziana Asiana Vanice Odom. Rakira Tashia Odoms. Christian Onofre Ortiz. Devin Tyler O'Quinn. Sarah Ortiz. Austin Shamar Owens. Destiny Mayanna Nicole Pace. Samantha Pantoya. Austin Thomas Parsons. Donzavius Tiante Hawk. Brianna Elise Hawk. Tianti Darzavia Hawk. Amelia Grace Pierce. Riza Stephanie Perez. Casey Alejandra Perez. Jose Carlos Perez Monares. Ricky Isaiah Phillips. Stephanie Jaquela Phillips. Tatiana Nastasia Pierce. Gamalel Pineda. Felipe de Jesus Pinzon Jr. Dwight Pierce Pittman II. Tamaya Ranel Pope. Johan Vicente Poragua. Shanada Marcasia Powell. Cody Rosas Pridgen. Bryce Elisha Ray. Eric Ryan Ray. Latiana Courtney Kane Raybun. Jadriana Zairiel Nyendia Reed. Lestrick Jaquavian Reed. Samika Sincere Reed. Tyra Destiny Reed. Zaria Anastasia Wivette Reed. Hunter Blake Reed. Jarquadius Latron Reed. Nathaniel Williams Reeves. Ann Nell Relaford. Clarence William Relaford. Giselle Reyes. Yosandi Reyes. Carly Rosalina Reynoso. Darren Alexander Ryder. Jose Francisco Rios Ibarra. Jose Francisco Rivas. Jordan Tyree Frank Robinson. Levi Daniel Robinson. Sequoia and Tanya Robinson. Tequila Mackenzie Betani Robinson. Tiara Janae Renata Diamonique Robinson. Zaria Nakesia Robinson. Clayton Michael Rocket. Daisy Rodriguez. Diana Yasmin Rodriguez Rojas. Kalia Sabrina Rogers. Khalil Cornelius Rogers. Kylie Noel Rody. Eduardo Rojas. Guadalupe Rojas. Griffith Edison Roundtree. Sean Gabriel Ruelas. Macorian Turan Saffold. Najia Shanice Salet. Vivaldo Sandoval Chavez. Adamari Santiago. Maisha Marie Scott. Andrew Dylan Self. Cameron Bradley Seymour. Kobe Devontae Shaw. Brianne Michelle Shelton. Shayna Monet Shelton. Maya Leanne Silver. Aaron Jerome Simpson Jr. Ariana Ziane Simpson. Tanaya Tajivana Sermons. Huntington Hugh Smith. Caleb Daniel Smith. Stephen Joseph Smith Jr. Trinity Taishi Alexei Smith. Landra Dawn Souls. Gabriel Aricel Soto. Jamin Tyree Spate. Kara Leanna Spires. Connor Alec Spivey. Devin Andrew Spivey. John William Spivey. Tiffany Danielle Spruce. Haley Aaron Standridge. Hillary Faith Standridge. Caitlin Michelle Stevens. Markel Demetrius Stevens. Kaylee Brooke Stevens. Christian Andrew Steverson. Macy Elizabeth Steverson. Brianna Jana Stewart. Miranda Tracy Stewart. Richard James Stiles Jr. Tania Zanae Stiles. Teron Markel Suggs. Matthew Allen Sutton. Rakeem Xavion Deshawn Swain. Nadia Raquel Swanson. Precious Nicole Swanson. Cameron Michelle Tanner. Walker Lee Taylor. Larry Denard Thomas. Hannah Iana Tompkins. Tiara Lenore Thrower. Emma Kate Tillman. Mariluz Tinajero. Luis Miguel Tinajero Mandojano. Emily Elizabeth Thomas. Fred Allen Toombs III. Jennifer Tovar. Amari Shalia Townsend. Deaudrene Ayana Taikia Trailer. Decabrian DeQuantavius Turner. Jose Amparo Vasquez Jr. Wendy Jennifer Vasquez. Curviana Alexis Chantel Vaughn. Melinda Ann Vaughn. Dalton Cash Veal. Quishaw Veal. Aaliyah Kimberly Vickers. James Logan Vickers. Xavius Anton Vickers. Evan Thomas Walker. Caden Renee Walker. Dana Rain Wall. Alexander Ray Watkins. Jessica Lang Watson. Taylor Nicole Watson. Lauren Ashley Watts. Tamala Alexandra Wells. Ashley Camille White. Cameron Michael White. Mika Ann White. Tyrell Michael Wilcox. Tyrez Michael Wilcox. Amber Simone Williams. Antonio Tyrese Williams. Dasnia Andrea Williams. Diamond Nicole Williams. Janessa Nicole Williams. Jonathan Mark Williams. Taylor Nicole Williams. Tykeria Nashay Williams. Zadria Diage Williams. Caroline Adina Wilson. Ryan O'Neill Wembley. Keith Lamar Wingfield Jr. Kinley Brianne Wright. Silas DeMarco Wright. Deja Ajane Zachary. Daniel Alfonso Hernandez.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand for the alma mater.
Stand
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior class would like the opportunity to celebrate with their classmates one last song. The gates on all sides will be open at the completion of their song. At this time, seniors, please face your audience. You may turn your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like at this time to present to you the graduates of the class of 2019. Thank you for coming.
Sitting down by the creek, limes in the water, watching those flowers, seeing